In 2019, I moved into a duplex out in a quiet little town in Oregon to finish writing my thesis in peace. It was cheap, didn't ask many questions up front, and had that rustic charm: wood-paneled walls, old fixtures, even a fireplace I never used. The place looked forgotten, like it had stood still since the late 60s. I was only supposed to be there for 9 months. I made it 4. It started with small things. Sounds mostly. Scratches, dull creaks, the occasional weird vibration against the floorboards when I walked into the living room. I chalked it up to old plumbing or mice in the crawl space. The place was ancient. It made noise. That's what old houses did, right? Then came the knocking. Not on the doors or even the walls, but from the floor. Late at night, anywhere from midnight to 3 a.m., I'd be lying in bed and hear it. Slow, deliberate thuds, like someone knocking from inside the floorboards beneath the living room. I have no roommates. I'm in the upstairs unit. The lower unit was vacant. I checked with the landlord. He brushed it off, told me the downstairs unit had been unoccupied for over a year and that pipes shift when it freezes. Except it wasn't freezing, and pipes don't wait for silence to move. One night, ignoring my better instincts, I stayed up and waited for the sounds. I turned off every light, sat on the couch in the dark around 2:30 a.m., and just waited. It was dead quiet, until it wasn't. The knock came again, 3 heavy thuds, this time directly beneath me. I stood up, heart pounding, and pressed my foot gently on the wood. Knock, knock, knock. It came again, directly below my foot, like it was responding. I said out loud, "Hello?" Nothing. Then I knocked back, 3 times. I waited. 10 seconds passed. Then something knocked again, but from the other side of the room. I turned so fast I nearly tripped over the rug. The sound, it had shifted. The knocking repeated again, closer now, under the hallway. Whatever it was moving. I grabbed a flashlight, flicked on every switch in the house, and opened the door to the crawl space, which I had never actually looked in until that night. I expected dust, maybe a raccoon nest. What I saw made my stomach drop. The crawl space was totaled, insulation torn, chunks of drywall scattered like something had been crawling back and forth like an animal. But the strangeness wasn't that. It was the tarp. A massive blue tarp laid out as if someone had slept on it. Next to it, a crusted metal food tray and a set of large, dirty boot prints. Fresh. Too fresh. They circled the tarp. Some went toward the concrete wall and just stopped. No hole, no escape, just boot prints that came from nowhere and went back into the dark. I called the police. I had to. They searched under the unit, scanned the basement and entire crawl space, and left me with a shrug. "Probably a drifter. They like quiet places," the officer said. "Looks like they haven't been here recently." He was wrong. The next night, I heard whispering. God, I can still feel that moment. I don't know how, but I swear it came through the floor itself, like it was vibrating through the floorboards into my bed frame. Low, rhythmic, not words, but a sort of breathing pattern, like a chant. After maybe a minute, it stopped, and then came a different sound, the unmistakable creaking of a person crawling slowly underneath my bed. That was it. I bolted. I didn't care if I was being irrational. I grabbed my laptop, phone, and jacket and ran out of the house barefoot, drove half naked to a gas station 20 minutes away, and sat there until sunrise. When I came back, I half expected to find things trashed, but it was worse than that. Nothing was touched. except the rug in the living room. Someone had folded it into a perfect triangle and placed it directly in front of my bedroom door, like a message I couldn't read. The police came out again, but left with nothing. They said no fingerprints, no forced entry, but they couldn't explain the tarp, or the food tray, or the scratches on the subfloor beneath my bed. Scratches shaped like hands, wide, with unnatural reach, fingers that etched 5 long grooves into the wood. I moved out that week, didn't stay another night, and to this day, I refuse to live in an upstairs unit ever again, because whatever was inside that floor, I don't think it had come in. I think it had been there the entire time.